Hello and welcome to Otterwood Cottage, where we're building our dream smallholding in the heart of the Lincolnshire countryside. I'm Emma and we're delighted to have you along with us. A bit more of a productive day so far. We're only at lunchtime. I've already got a couple of bits done. So first thing this morning, I had about 20 minutes before I needed to take little miss to work. So I whipped into the polytunnel and managed to get the brassicas all planted and some of the beetroot. And then I've just been up to next door and picked up the first load of lovely, well-rotted horse manure. Now, I don't know if anyone else does this, but I sometimes have conversations in my head with teenage me. And I wonder what she would have made of me being quite as excited as I am to have free access to huge piles of manure. I'm literally covered in it. I've been shoveling it for the last hour and I couldn't be happier about it. So I've got 9 bags. That's as much weight-wise, because it's quite heavy because it's wet, as I wanted to load up the car with. The track to come down from their house isn't particularly smooth and I didn't want to damage the suspension on the car, but 9 is a good start. Now, I didn't do any filming of me shoveling it because I was on somebody else's land and I didn't have permission to film, and they're a lovely couple and a very private couple, and so I actually didn't even want to ask because I felt like that would have put them in a difficult position. They would have wanted to be helpful and probably would have said yes, even if it had made them uncomfortable. So in the end, I decided not to film. You've seen us shoveling piles of stuff before. It was just that for an hour. And here we are. There we go, 9 lovely bags of manure, ready to build a new bed. Now, as you can probably hear, I'm a little bit out of breath from shoveling it and then shifting it, and so I am learning. It's taken me a while, but I am learning to listen to my body and not overdo it, because all that does is lay me up for days and then I can't do anything. So I'm going to stop for a bit in terms of the heavy work, and instead I'm going to do some harvesting. So I've got some beans to take off the vines. We did have this morning a really light frost. It was only light, but I do think that probably a signal to harvest anything that needs harvesting. Ripen stuff indoors if it needs ripening. I've kind of been on the verge of that all week, haven't I? But the frost this morning decided it for me. So beans are coming in, tomatoes are coming in, aubergines are coming in. Let's go and do some harvesting. This one looks like it's got a really cool tattoo. Quite like it. Right, as I'm clearing, that's revealing is where I've planted the brassicas. So there's one there, one there, one there, and one over here. Oh, and one there. So you can see I've kind of planted them around the plants that were there, which is fine because they are purple sprouting broccoli. I've planted them with plenty of space, and in between them I'll dot the vegetable whose name I keep forgetting today, beetroot. The various different types of beetroot will be dotted around in between them. So I'm going to continue up this line. Here's my beetroot underneath you, look. They can go in. the gaps. But first, let's get clearing. I've finished one side. As with all these things, it took longer than I expected. Can we just take a moment to mourn? Because look at it, it looks really sad. I have, however, got some new stuff planted, so let me just quickly show you. It's going to be hard to pick up, but down this side I've got purple sprouting broccoli. I've got, that comes down all the way to here, and then I was going to plant in between those, but actually I've got loads of space, so I might do some direct sowing between them. So here I've got a row of chard, 2 rows of swede, and 2 rows of beetroot, 2 rows of swede, 3 rows of beetroot, 3 different types of beetroot. So plenty, hopefully, to do well in here. And then, as I showed you yesterday, although it was in the dark, the salads have gone down the sides of this middle bed. So this middle bed is planted out. All I need to do in here is harvest. I haven't got room to harvest anymore because look how ridiculously full this massive bag is of stuff that needs to be ripened. So it would be such a shame to let that go to waste. I'm going to do my very best to banana in the bag them and ripen them up to use in delicious meals. And then I was just chatting with Wilkes, I think we are going to bring the peppers in. So I was reading about the Amy Sweetwax, and they are actually a yellow pepper and they're very pale. So you can wait for them to blush and go red, but equally they can be eaten yellow. There are some jalapenos which haven't yet turned, but again they can be eaten green, and the same with the padrons, they can be eaten green. So I think I'm going to bring the peppers in and perhaps chop and freeze those. So this middle row shouldn't take me too long. Famous last words. And then that row, there's very little left in it. So again, that won't take me too long. And that side at the top there has also been planted up with broccoli up to there. They're the last broccolis. And then there is a row of beetroot that side as well. Maybe 2. Yes, 2 rows of beetroot that side. This is what I did in the dark last night. And then there's a row of garlic down the middle, which we can't see yet. So there'll be a fair bit growing in here. I also have some stuff there's extra room. I haven't filled the whole space, and I might just have a go with some direct sowing of seeds and just to see what happens. See if they give us some early harvests in the beginning of spring in the Hungry Gap. And if they don't, nothing really lost. So let's crack on with that. Catch you in a minute. Right, that's the middle and the other side done. Was really super quick. It looks really sad in here. There's still some calendula, which is saving the day, and the 2 tomatillos I've left. I'm not sure they ripen inside, and in any event, I've still got loads inside that I haven't dealt with, so I'm just going to let them take their chances with the frost. What I haven't managed to get to are the beans outside, so I'll do those tomorrow, but I'm getting to the point where I need to go and get little miss from work, so time has run away with me, as it always does. I'll flip you around, show you progress in here, and I'll see you tomorrow. So there you go, all clear. There's the calendula, making life a little bit happier, but look how bare it looks. It really does make me feel a bit sad. However, lots of food to grow in here over the winter. Focus on the positives, Emma. 2 jobs left to do tomorrow. 1 is to fertilise the ground. 2 is to get the beans from out here. And then I'll start work on clearing these beds and probably building the next one. Tomorrow is another day. I'm a little bit behind on my 8 tasks, but you never know. I might catch up. And if not, hey ho. Things happen. Let's find out where we get to by the end of tomorrow. Have a good evening all.